$179. And yeah, still a little reeling from the Super Bowl 46. Ah man, deja vu. Super Bowl 42 again. And yeah, still reeling from this here. But anyway, let me onto my top plays over here. A couple more pickups today. First of all, yep, I picked up the new copy, but this is the one I'm not going to open up here. And here it is, new copy. Look at this. Resident Evil Resolation. Resident Evil Resolation. And many people were like, wow, they mistyped it. I mean, I think what they really did is they people like when they probably type it up, they probably rushed it, and they probably typed the T in the I and they reversed it, and oh god. And yeah, this is gonna be worth some money here. I'm not gonna be opening up here, but Capcom says that they're gonna fix it. But yes, I caught one of these copies here. I'm gonna buy maybe a this copy later on. I might buy the second one with the correct one, like this here. But this one I'm not gonna be opening here. Maybe I'll buy a used one with the or anything like that, or like that. But I think about years and years from now, when these become, you know, hard to find, and you're gonna be saying, I got this rare version with the misspell. Many people, like 20 years from now, from eBay, when they play this, when they are looking for the eBay, and they say, this rare typo edition of Resident Evil. I wonder how this is going to be panning out. Like when you have one version of, and you buy the game, and the gamer says, I think I've noticed that someone had made a mistake of a typo here on Resident Evil. Of course, here. Got Tetris Axis, which includes, also includes the Stacker edition of, what is it? AR Climber, as well as the Marathon and the Sprint and like the normal stuff here. And that's the 3DS games that I purchased here. But I'm going to be maybe buying a used one later on, but I'm certainly not going to be opening this one up because this could be worth something in the future. I think even used games that if you even just keep the box, that could still be worth something. Like this here. That's going on the games here. Now I'm going to take on a GameStop rant here, and yes, he did. I did posted a comment on. I did posted a comment on Laser Suit Gaming 2's comment section, and yeah, I think you guys probably enjoy the GameStop rant videos, and we're going to be talking about the GameStop rewards programs here. And the rewards are probably just T-shirts and posters and maybe some plastic items, something like that at best here. I'm like, you're saving up like points and points and points. I think you're better off, saving up some points for maybe these gift cards, like these $50 gift coupons towards your games. It's probably that may probably be your best bet, or maybe. That even the $89 stuff here, it's basically plastic gun or attachment or whatever it is here, but basically the prizes of the points that you send up is basically junk. I'm not saying, Laser for Gaming says this cartridge here is like worth $2,000 GameStop. Not quite. I would equipment to maybe $20 or $30 or $40, but that's which is still overpriced for this thing here. And I want to know why. You need about 32,500 points to save up for this game, Super Mario World here, which is one of the first games that got for the Super Nintendo, along with SimCity and Mario Kart. And the first game, so my brother was 8-bit NES here, was Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt here. And a couple of things about this things here. I think they're way overpriced. I think they should be. I think that these games like this, an 8-bit Nintendo game, is a more reasonable amount of points worth here is about 1,000, 200,000 points for an 8-bit NES. Okay, maybe I think 500,000 points for an 8-bit NES game like this. 2 or 3,000, maybe 2,000 points for a Super Nintendo game like this. Maybe $2,000 or $3,000 for an N64 game, and come on. I mean, you're also can't support the same amount of price for the Dreamcast game that you're saying here. That you're giving here. Now, here's the things about this. They're also having a glove. The Power Glove is also sort of coming soon. I don't know if that's going to be worth like 90 or 100,000 points here, but it doesn't come with a sensor thing. That's maybe the problem here. And here's the thing: in order to use a Power Glove, you need to have a sensor, a infrared sensor bars. These three things that go into the top and the side of the screens. How can you use a Power Glove without a sensor bar? This tells me that GameStop doesn't know about history of gaming. The people here, the people going to GameStop, hey, a Power Glove. Oh, why isn't this thing working? How am I supposed to do this? You have to have a sensor bar to do it. Kind of like with the sensor bar, it's like, how about if I sell a Wii and a Wii controller but no sensor bar? You need to have a sensor bar to use your Wiimote. I mean, who dumb idea is it to... It's like selling a Wii and the Wiimote but with no sensor bar. And, speaking of which here... for you, those who are collecting on, and also on top of that, for you who are going into retro gaming, say, hey, I'll just buy this here, and the problem is that these new kids thing here says, hey, this Nintendo cartridge like this. People have to understand, you need to have a console like this to run your 8-bit Nintendo games. It also works with. It also works with like this here to run your 8-bit NES games. You get a Yobo FC game system here, but I think I find it more reliable to get like one of these here top loaders. You can get an 8-bit, and you also get a 8-bit NES front loader. Although I think the chances are you need if you want to get an 8-bit NES front loader, you have to get a 72-pin connector because chances are they're probably wore out here on eBay here. Just get an 8-bit NES front loader and maybe buy a 72-pin connector, and you're probably offset to play your games. But you have to understand game. I think what GameStop ought to do instead is to run like a retro gaming center where you can actually trade in your Super Nintendo in your 8-bit NES games. Who wants to blow away your points for a Mario game? You can spend your $40,000, 30,000 points on a $30, like a 25,000 points for a $25 credit towards any purchase of games here. $25 credit towards a purchase of a new game here. Or also, GameStop is right now offering. If you buy a used game, you get 20 points for every dollar you spend. So, for instance, if you spend a $30, if you spend $55 on a used game, you get maybe 1,100 points. towards your next purchases here. So if you have 3 points, you get like a T-shirt or like this. You have to buy like 30 used games, basically like a $50 value towards a purchase of a game like this. Go on eBay. Go on Craigslist. Go on. There's like plenty of independent stores here that sells these things. You can get them. You can get. Why do that? Why do you want to spend a chunk load of your points at this point now? Where you can get on eBay for $2. I've seen games like this in this type of conditions cost $2 or $3 at the most. If you want Super Mario World like this here, hey, I have Super Mario World. I like to have that as a retro game. Oh, better save up your points. Oh, God. Excuse me. Got went down the wrong throat here. Well, anyway, you can get this game for maybe $5 or man, I got down the wrong throat here. But anyway, man, I just lost my voice here. Now my voice is. Anyway, you can get this for maybe $5 or $10 the most. They're not that hard to find. These are very common games here. Yeah, Gamestop. In order for you to play, you're going to have a lot of people saying saving up for games. Does this work on your PS3? Does this work in your 360? Yeah, it can. Trying to put into the slim slot here, and says, hey, why is this working here? And it turns out you need this, an 8-bit NES or a top order 8-bit NES to play your games here. I think older gamers are going to say that for those who did grow up, say, hey, you need to have this system to play your 8-bit NES games. That's what we have to. Talk about in there. I think in order to do this here, what they should, if they want to do a point systems, like put something like this, a Yobel gaming system here for and like 10,000 points for this here, a Yobel system like this. You can get these for like $20 here. They're not the best here, but I prefer you like searching around and maybe getting a front loader for like this, or maybe a top loader, which are the more valuable ones here. But really, GameStop, I think what you should do at this point, instead of doing that, I think you probably should have done a retro section so that people can, trade and sell and buying buying games like this. You can. Why don't you do that and stuff? A lot of. Sell like. Trade and sell. NES, Super NES, N64, and all the way down to Atari 2600 games here. I want to. I think the people who are going to be picking up the ET are probably collectors like me here. That's going to be spending money on the ET. But even though, go on eBay. You can have ET at a better price than that. Come on. And Double Dragon and all this stuff like that. Come on, I can find that on eBay for $5 at like $5 or $6 here. And but I don't think that way is going to work out. But I think what GameStop should do instead is to run a retro section of GameStop here, so I can be able to trade in my 8-bit NES and my Super NES games. And Super NES games, and buy some new Super Nintendo games. You can make some money there, but I think it's way too high. I think the points are way too high. I think this should be 1,000 points for an 8-bit NES game like this here. Maybe 2,000 or 3,000 for some others who are harder to find games. 1,000 or 2,000 points for a Super Nintendo game. 3,000 or 4,000 for an N64 game. 3,000 or 4,000 for a PS1 classic. And stuff like that here. But also, when you're selling this game here, make sure you say that it's recommended that you need to have one of these that does something that does play 8-bit NES games. You know, so like this one, or maybe an FC Twin, or like you have to buy an FC Twin, or a Retro Dual, or a Gen X Twin, or a GN Twin, or Gen X Dual system. Those types of stuff, like these clones. But even I prefer playing it on like a console like this. But seriously, you need to have. But seriously, for those who are looking for retro and 8-bit NES games, you need to have. I mean, it requires a 8-bit NES console to or compatible console to clone. I just want to tell you about this out here. And, well, that's what I have to say about this rant. It's me, JD, signing out.